previous years, all the Miss World contests have come from these dignified surroundings of the Royal Albert Hall. But I can tell you that the activities of the pageant, in fact, began a few days ago. And for the first time, you can see some of those activities. You can see the girls taking part in their own talent contest, playing host at a children's party, and some of the other fundraising activities that go to make up Miss World.
We took our camera along to the Stringfellows Discotheque in London and watched one such activity. This was the girls' talent competition. They really had a super time. I think it worth mentioning that this entertainment was provided by the girls purely for the enjoyment of the other competitors. And in no way does this count in the final competition. A truly charming gesture. Now, this is Miss Singapore, who has actually mastered the Chinese ribbon dance. There's not a great deal of call these days for the ribbon dance, except around about Christmas when Miss Singapore gets to wrap a lot of Christmas presents.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Now, this lovely young lady is Miss Hong Kong, and this is my personal favorite. This young lady is a policewoman. She's actually a police inspector. And looking at this lovely lady, it's difficult to think of her as the heavy arm of the law. For those of you who don't recognize the tune, she's playing the Chinese version of Jailhouse Rock. Beautiful, beautiful.
Cheerio. Thank you.
And this is Miss India, a beautiful lady with a beautiful dance. As in all Eastern dances, each gesture of hand, arms, and eyes helps to tell the story. If I read her correctly, Miss India is saying, "What am I doing in Englishman's discotheque?" Makes you sorry we lost India, doesn't it? And now Miss Lesotho. Miss Lesotho, I'm told, is doing the traditional East African knee dance, for which there is yet no known cure. Although Miss Lesotho dances beautifully, I just hope this dance doesn't become popular. This lovely young lady is Miss Guatemala. She left a trail of exhausted porters all the way from Guatemala to London carrying her marimba. As Miss Guatemala said herself, would they remember me if I played a mouth organ? Looking like you, my dear, of course they would. This tune was once top of the Guatemalan hit parade, shortly before the last revolution. And finally, the exotic dance routine from Miss Lebanon. Beautifully as she does, this lovely lady makes Western disco dancing look like the final whistle in an English football match. Now, is there a more appealing combination than a beautiful woman and a happy child? Well, that was exactly the mix the other evening when the girls played Santa Claus to a bunch of young children from deprived homes nominated by the Variety Club of Great Britain. It was a beautiful evening.
And the party was held at the Tower Hotel, next door to Tower Bridge and the Tower of London. So naturally, some beefeaters joined in the fun. All 67 of the Miss World contestants were there, and they clearly enjoyed the chance to play host to their young guests. There were all the ingredients for a really international party, as much lemonade, cakes, jelly and crisps as all those tummies could possibly take. Well, perhaps with room for just one more. Parties like this have been an ingredient of the Miss World celebrations for some years. But this is the first time television cameras have been invited. And as the bubbles flew up into the air, there was no doubt that a great time was had by all there.